talk to you about something that I think is a common mistake that consultants fall into. I understand why they fall into it. I've been there myself before. And it's crossing over the line between confidence and arrogance with a client. And you have to be really confident to be a consultant or a freelancer because it's just you, right? Trying to prove that you can add value in somebody else's business. And if you're not confident, you have no chance, right? But if you cross the line and you come off as arrogant, then you fall into the trap that most consultants get accused of being into, where you show your client that you think you know their business better than they do. And that'll eventually always go bad for you. You'll be moving along with a project and then all of a sudden it goes sideways. Or you finish a project and you thought it went fantastic and there's never another project again with that client. And you're kind of scratching your head, well, what's the deal there? And you just can't get any real traction. I want to tell you a story about somebody. They're a subscriber to the newsletter, and they called me and said, hey, I'm going to be driving through San Clemente one of these days soon, going from my home to a client. And there's something that's bothering me, and I want to, can I buy your lunch to talk to you about it? And that's an unusual event where somebody's local like that, and so I said, sure. So he came by and we walked up the street and sat down and grabbed a bite, and he was talking to me about what he was dealing with, and he was describing, he was a consultant that did kind of vendor evaluations for large manufacturing companies and helped them save money with various vendors. And he was really successful at it. He was saving a lot of money. And he was telling me a situation, and it happened multiple times, where the CEO loved what he was doing, but the department heads and CFOs and people like that, and they were headhunting him all the time, meaning trying to get him moved out of the organization, discrediting what he had done. And he was having difficulty, even with CEOs who liked what he did, he was having difficulty getting paid. And he was almost never getting return engagements with existing clients. And he couldn't figure out why. So I asked him to tell me about the processes he was going through. And it was, he would basically come in, he would take data away, he would go back to his office, and he would figure out how to save them money and come back and present, or I can save you money this way, this way, this way, and this way. Isn't that fantastic? Well, was it fantastic? Because what's he doing? He's basically telling the people who were already doing that inside the organization, selecting those vendors, paying those vendors. He was telling them that you're not doing your job very well. I'm the guy that can do it better. Now that was true, but it's the approach. And so I began to talk to him about, even if you know how to do it better than they do, you have to engage them in collaborative process to figure the solutions out so they get some credit for the solution. If you create the impression that you're smarter than them about their business, it'll go sideways for you in all the ways that I've described earlier in this conversation. And the light bulb went on for him. Well, I've heard back from him subsequent to that. His engagements are going way better. He's getting multiple assignments and that sort of thing. And all he did was change his process from grabbing data, going away, solving a problem, coming back and presenting the problem, to engaging the people in the solution with him. Completely changed the way things were working. So that's the issue there. The point here is to not slip over the edge from confidence to arrogance, is become a partner and engage the people you're working with in the solution, give them some credit for that solution, and I believe from personal experience you'll have significantly more work from these clients than you've ever had before, and quite frankly it'll make you happier too, because you got people who are on your team as opposed to trying to take you out. So thanks for listening.